Hello people, my name is Lanra and today I'll be creating a video on learning styles, and this is an improved version of my other video which I deleted on my other channel, and most of the videos I've deleted I want to make improved versions of them, the videos, so I need, and some of them weren't relevant to what I wanted to do for my channel, so I deleted them. So for this task I'm going to explain the awareness of different kinds of learning styles that we all use to make our learning effective. I am only going to choose 5 to write about in my presentation. The learning styles that I'm going to write about are active learners, reflective learners, visual learners, verbal learners, and global learners. But I think these are the main learning styles, but there's more of them. So what are learning styles? Learning styles are a type of learning which users prefer to work on their own method of learning so they can see what their strengths and weaknesses are. This is a way that learners solve problems. Like visual is when you learn through seeing things and watching things, and logical I think it's about learning through logics, I guess, I'm not sure. Verbal is when you learn through communication, and physical is when you learn like moving around, like through sports and stuff, or physical activity. And oral learning is like, not oral like you speaking, but there's an oral like AU, which is when you learn through listening to things. I think one thing goes to like social and solidarity. I think these are socials when you are is interactive, and solidarity is when you do it by yourself, I guess. So active learners are learners that like to do practical, or learn through doing practicals like experiments and sports and like playing games and learning how to do things. Like they want to get engaged in, they engage each other through learning by having group discussions, problem solving, and doing pair work. So this type of learning can help users put the theory that they learn into practice. For example, a teacher could ask their students to work in groups so they can refer back to their learning. This means that they will be able to have good communication skills, and they will be able to work with other people effectively. Reflective learners are independent learners who prefer to work step by step and figure out their own problems on their own, rather than telling people what the problem is. So I think I'm more of that type of learner. And the skill can be good for certain purposes, such as they refer to their past experience of something so they can try and make the present more better for future references. So benefits of being a reflective learner is that they can learn from experience and know the difference between right and wrong. They can develop professional practice and reasoning skills. It's good for responsibility to one's own learning, meaning that they can work things out on their own. So visual learners are the types of learners who like to see something that in what they look like. So they like to do drawings and diagrams to represent the work that they have done. I think this is their own way of understanding and knowing about something. So the benefits Benefits of being a visual learner is that they're very organised people and they can motivate students at school to do this sort of learning. The way they use their memory skills is that they use the skill to visualize and remember things. They are good at recognizing things. So they, like most filmmakers and most artists are, most people in the arts, like actors and actresses and filmmakers and like visual artists, they learn through this type of thing because they can see every intricate detail of what needs to be included. If there's something's missing, they can find what that thing is, or they know what things to add, what details to add, so they don't go blank. Verbal learners like to listen to things or read things, and when they listen to someone explaining to them, like a teacher telling the student what they're meant to do, they tend to understand it best in words. It might be an activity, debates, writing, and reading. So these learners, benefits of being a verbal learner, is that they can help people know how to communicate with words, which increase their self-confidence and self-image. This teaches them how to use their brain best. It's good for all walks of life. Global learners tend to see the bigger picture of something and they start to fill in the details once they understand the big picture. If they don't get the full picture, it will be difficult to them to explain how they work the problem out. So that could be a disadvantage if you are a global learner. So the benefits of global learning is that it's important to get the bigger picture and work out the answers. Global learners themselves will benefit from creating a brainstorm of ideas and they can work out a particular problem. So they tend to start from once they know what it is, like what the problem is, they can try to find the root cause. So I tend to be like that. They tend to miss out big details. Sometimes I do that myself, to be honest. I'm not going to lie. And it can cause a bit of problems for them. It happens to me. My uncle tells me to stop rushing and to see what the bigger picture is, to try and work step by step and not rush things. What kind of learner am I? So the type of learning I is because I like to show people how I work at the problem rather than telling them, since I have difficulty explaining most of the time, which is part of my condition because I have autism, and most autistic people don't know how to explain things properly. They tend to show more than they explain. But I do use other ways of learning, so I like to visualize things. So I like seeing things, so I'm a visual learner, and I'm a kinesthetic as well, which is that I think it's movement. I'm not sure what it is, but I need to search that up. So to conclude this video, I've chosen 5 learning styles that I've written down and explained why they're beneficial to use as a learning style, even though you are a particular learning style. There are different users. There are different ways which users learn to do things. So there's more than 5 that I've said, but these are the main ones. So here are the references. The first one, there's a questionnaire, but the other ones are links to discover the different types of learning styles, and you can read up on them. And the top one I said is just a questionnaire. So thank you for watching. Hope see you in my next video. Thank you. Subscribe and you won't miss a thing.